Hello, everybody. My name is Mo Elias. I own a frame shop in New York called Big Apple Art Gallery and Framing. Today, I'll be interviewing Jim Miller, and he's going to talk to us about soft platform mounting as opposed to the regular platform mounting, which I know I took a class by him, and we're going to learn about that. If you are on Facebook or YouTube, why don't you tell us where you're watching from, and give us a few thumbs up so people know and hear about this. I'm going to bring in Jim in just a second. Hold on. Let me do this. Hey, Jim, can you hear me?
I can.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing well, Mo. How are you?
Good. Long time no see. You look good.
Thanks. I feel good.
Have you lost weight?
No, I'm just wearing a skinny T-shirt.
You look very good. You look very good. Good for you. All right. So tell me about platform mounting and tell me about soft platform mounting. All jokes aside.
We had an interview like this about the standard platform mounting once before, and I meant to look that up, and I didn't do it. But I suppose your viewers can get back to that original platform mounting video to get a grasp of the original concept. For those of you out there who know how the standard platform mount works, this is going to be a really quick trip. The soft platform mount is very easy to do. It's one of those things where you just wonder why you didn't think of it before. But I guess we should have a quick review of the platform mount in general so that we can... oh, hi, David. Thanks. Same to you, fella. So that we can just have a little review to make clear what the platform mounting really is. And here it is. This is a platform mount in the document. I designed this for ready-made frames to be used for documents. And I came up with a special sheet of instructions for the back of the frame. And I put turn buttons on them, and it comes apart this way. The user can open up the frame and then open the platform mount like this and take the document out. And the platform mount in its raw form kind of looks like this. The platform is the fallout from this straight cut mat window. And you can make this out of 8-ply or 4-ply mat board. This one is 8-ply. Actually, it's 2 4-ply boards glued together, but it's 8-ply thick. And then you hinge that, and you must put spacers of tape under this so that the platform is elevated out of the opening at least by the thickness of the paper so that it doesn't fit too tightly, because you don't want to restrict expansion and contraction cycles. And then after you put the platform hinged into its mount, then you book the mat with a backing board. Could be, this is mat board, could be foam board, could be fluted polypropylene, what have you. But in its simplest form, a platform mount would be 3 plies, 3 4-ply mats thick. You got a window mat, a platform mat, and a backing board. And that's all that's really necessary for it. But like I say, I've got a double mat here and 8 plies back here. And when we put our document in the platform mount, close the platform, and then we put this back into the frame, and it's done. It's just that simple. Customers can do it on the kitchen table.
I gotta tell you, this was one of the best classes I've taken by you or by anyone. This was really it was amazing. It's so simple, yet it's genius.
Yeah, you use the platform mounting a lot, don't you?
Plenty, yeah.
Yeah. It changed my life as a framer. It really, truly, it did.
I agree.
So, and it's perfect for ready-made document frames.
Yeah,
absolutely perfect. It's very simple too. Anyway, here we have an unframed version of the soft platform mount, and this is so simple. What we've done here is constructed a platform mount with the window mat and the platform mat with the same straight cut opening, which is 1/2 of 1% at least larger than the document to allow for expansion and contraction. You don't
Jim,
want
I got
to.
a question.
Yes.
Is this exactly the same platform mount as before? So far, it's the same, right?
So far, it's exactly the same.
Okay.
The same window mat, same platform mat, straight cut, 0.5% larger than the document.
Yeah.
And instead of hinging the platform, the fallout, back into this opening, what you do is you scrap the platform.
Okay.
And you, in its place, you trim a piece of felt, exactly the same size as the platform, and you lay this into the platform opening, like this. Just lay it right in there. It's not very complicated, is it?
So far.
Yes, so far. So far, we're doing fine. Okay, you get that laid into the opening just exactly where it needs to be. You want to make sure it fits neatly. And then you take your hard setting glue. I like ATG Turbo, but you could use acid-free PVA or any glue that's not going to be chemically reactive or migrate. Don't try this with ATG. Use a hard setting glue, a liquid glue. Acrylic gel would work for this. Any wet mounting glue would work for this. But I like ATG Turbo because it's just perfect. And you take the cap off and you put dots every inch or two all the way around this. And then you close it up like this. And then you want to put this under weight for a few minutes, just long enough for the glue to set up.
Okay.
And what you get then is this. See that? It's felt glued to the backing board. And when you put your document in the window and close this, the felt nests in the platform opening.
Sure.
Like that. How easy is this?
Shake that up. Let me see. It doesn't go anywhere?
No.
It's very clever. I like it. So how archival is the felt?
It's not bad. That question was pretty well beaten to death on Framers Only, I think it was. But that's okay. Framers are skeptical, and they have every right to be. I'm skeptical too. But in search of information, I checked the internet, and I was unable to find anything that was cautionary about using 100% polyester felt. I wouldn't want to use the cheap stuff that is made out of recycled polyester. Okay. If you get 100% polyester felt, or what they call premium polyester, I'm sure it would be perfectly suitable. But in order to confirm that, I went to Hugh Phibbs' preservation chemistry site and posted an inquiry there asking if anybody knew of issues using 100% polyester felt in preservation framing. And Hugh Phibbs and Paul Storch, who is a qualified conservator, both said there are no bad issues using 100% polyester felt. So I wouldn't hesitate to use it for preservation.
Okay, hey, if Hugh Phibbs says it's good, then we're good. We're good with that, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking up a link to Hugh's group. Let me see if I can find it. All right, I'm going to put a link here. Oh, it's not a very descriptive link, but I'll put it up here, guys. If anybody wants to go, you search. The name is Preservation Chemistry, but if you type in this URL right there, it's facebook.com groups 5869-422-184-59225. You're going to get there. All right, now some questions here. The first question was, let me go back. Where were the questions? What is the felt made of?
100% polyester.
That's it, right?
100% premium polyester. For the purposes of my experimentation and development, let me show you what I used.
Okay.
Bought it for, I think, $9.99 a yard from Joann Fabrics. There it is. Now, this is the standard 100% polyester white felt. And there's also a product that they call plush felt, which is equally good. It's a little bit softer, a little fluffier. It's got a little bit of loft to it, just a little bit. And that's fine. It's not a problem, but I like to use the standard thickness of felt because this is just about the thickness of a 4-ply mat board, maybe just a little bit less. And that's okay, because when you assemble the mount, you want this to fit fairly loosely so that the document can expand and contract. You don't want to inhibit the expansion and contraction. And that is what led me to try the polyester technique in the first place.
Very cool. I've got a second question here. David Langstrip says, what's the biggest advantage of this variation, and how would you decide to use this one rather than a traditional platform mount?
Well, this has a couple of quick advantages. One is that for the user, they don't have to mess with the platform. It's an open and closed situation here. You can't misplace this; it won't fall out. You don't have to worry about hinging it properly. With the standard platform mount, you need to be careful not to hinge the platform flat in there. You need to elevate it out by spacing it on the hinge here so that it rests, when you close it up, it rests a little bit outside the bottom of the platform so that it doesn't inhibit expansion and contraction. So with that precaution, you're just fine. But this is very easy to make. The hardest part of this is trimming the felt to the size of the platform. And that's not a big deal either. You can do it on a straight line mat cutter, or you can do it on a computerized mat cutter too. Just trim the felt to the same size as the platform, and then throw the platform away and glue the felt in the hole.
Jim, another question. Are these felts also used in quilting? There is a low loft cotton batting available. Would that be appropriate?
Well, yeah, it works. In my experiments with this, let me show you one other thing here before I get to the batting. You could, instead of cutting a whole piece of felt, you could cut it into strips and lay them into the platform groove in the platform mount and glue them in, and that works too. But I like to use the whole thickness, the whole surface area, so that you have contact of the felt with the back of the document over the whole surface area. That way it's not ever going to deflect or wrinkle. But you can do this with just 1/4-inch strips of felt. So that works. And then I used polyfill low loft. And I tried polyfill extra loft. Now these products would be okay for routine framing. For the very best preservation framing, I'd want to use the 100% polyester felt, because I'm not sure that this is all virgin material. I've looked all over the package and I can't see anywhere that it says it's all virgin. But 100% polyester felt, by what I found on the internet, is supposed to be all virgin polyester. But if you use the low loft polyester batting, you get something like this, and this works better in strips. And then also here is an example of using the low loft polyester batting, and there it is again. You can do this with strips as well as with the whole piece, but the low loft polyester batting will be just fine because it's going to compress to about the right thickness. The extra loft batting might end up a little bit tight when you close them out. So if you want to use polyester batting instead of polyester felt, I would suggest using low loft.
You see, Jim, I got a question myself. How large can you go with something like this?
I don't know. I've made platform mounts up to 30 by 36 inches. Well, you've made big platform mounts too, haven't you?
I went up to 30 by something. It was a movie poster. So
Yeah, I remember that. A few months ago.
2741.
Yeah,
But it
and with
was nice thick paper.
with the standard platform, that works just fine. And I can't think of any reason that wouldn't have equally good results with the felt soft platform.
Jim, somebody is volunteering to buy you a piece of artwork for the wall behind your back.
Thank you. I'm too poor to afford the artwork.
All right, so Jim, I'm going to put up your website, which I have up here somewhere. Oh, there you go. So, Jim, what do we find on your website? JimMillerOnline.com. Who helped you set this up, actually?
Mo Elias helped me set that up. And I'll be forever in your debt, Mo. That the site works. The site works perfectly. I've never spoken to anybody.
I'm gonna call that favor one day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've never spoken to anyone that had any issues working with that website. It works very well.
So, what do we find on the website, Jim Miller Online?
You can find the Direct Contact Overlay book, the Complete Guide to Direct Contact Overlays, DCO. That book is available there. That's the only place you can get that book. As well, no, that's not true. You can get it from PPFA as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in the United Kingdom, you can get it from Lion Framing Suppliers. So there are three sources for it: PPFA Bookstore, my website, and Lion in the UK. One of these days, I hope to have an Australian source for it too, but that hasn't worked yet. Used to be able to buy the Complete Guide to Shadowbox book on there too, but it became too expensive, so I can't sell it on my site. But I did put a referral there to the PPFA bookstore where you can buy that.
Is that book available? Because I remember it was out of stock or out of print.
It is back in stock now. The PPFA bookstore has it available.
One more question is up here. I'm going to let you go. Do you have other items that would be appropriate for this method? Things that can't be mounted?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
I think they're talking about. It says, "Oh, the workshop gallery." This got to be Julie Walsh. It says, "Do you have other items that would be appropriate for this method? Examples, other than a diploma, for example." I think.
Oh well, yep. Photographs of any flat paper, honestly. Posters, photographs, greeting cards, any flat paper would work very well.
Yeah.
Hi, Julie.
That was Julie. All right, so I think this would do it, Jim. I appreciate you always sharing your knowledge with us, your techniques. And,
I didn't think this would take very long. It's really a simple concept.
But it's good. You did the research. You get all that stuff. Oh, I have a question. The turbo glue that you showed, who sells it? Is there an East Coast supplier? ATG Turbo.
ATG Turbo is a product of Frame Specialties in Elkhart, Indiana. This is the same company that makes Cooltac products and Maxim frame glues.
Cooltac. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Cooltac. We'll look it up. Yeah. All right, and
probably any Cooltac distributor should be able to get it for you if they don't have it. And also on my website, Mo, you can for $19.95, you can buy a really nifty video that explains all about platform mounting. There are other things about platform mounting that we haven't talked about. You can use it with recto verso framing to show the front and the back of a picture or a document. And you can also use it for multiple opening photograph mats, like for vacation photos or something like that. And there are a few other versatile uses for platform mounting that are described on the video. And there's also a file of PDF instructions with some illustrations there too.
You got it. That sounds good. Jim, I really appreciate it. It's always nice of you to share all this knowledge with us, and we really appreciate that.
It's nice of you to help me share. Thank you, Bo.
You got it, Jim. Good talking to you.
Thank you.
Hi to Gail.
Thank you to everyone who joined us today.
Take care. Bye, Thanks. Jim. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.